Welcome back. I'm some guy you've never heard of, and this is Crusader Kings 3 Angevin Dreams. So last time, King Payan attended a feast down in Toulouse, made it an excuse to go around promoting culture within his realm, and while down in Barcelona, made a new culture for Aquitaine. That is, of course, the Greater Francian culture. A hybrid of Lorraine and Occitan. Lorraine itself, of course, was a hybrid of French and, what was it, Britannian, or however you called it? Breton, that was the name. Yes. So, yes, ultimately, three different cultures have blended together into the Greater Francian culture, as they are all cultures that would have been present in the Empire of Francia. In fact, all of the major cultures, the three largest cultures, I'd say. Well, no. Catalan's probably a larger culture than Breton was. And then there's a little bit of Basque over here. But this is all pretty much Occitan, this is all pretty much French. At this point, this was all pretty much Lorraine. But now we have Greater Francian. And before we left off, Payan set off to join Duke Ayla of Weiss's tournament in Oxford. And on the way back, he's going to hit up a few capitals, that of Wales and Alba, and then sail over to see the, what is it? Danvirke. Denvirke, I think. In the realm of his daughter-in-law, Radomira. Yes, I can still create the Duchy of Neustria. That's another thing. He created the Duchy of Flanders, which he is holding on to. Hard won. Vigenu, the showy knight who guards his passage by challenging all comers, has had one fight too many. Bertrand is said to have delivered him a frightful injury, opening the way for nobles to pass freely once more. Such are the risks of a gallant life. Rigenu of Bristol was killed by Bertrand de Loire. Ah, my son. Oh, I made him my antiquarian. Awesome. Alright, we're only going to have time to visit one thing, I think. We've arrived at the site of the tournament here in Oxfordshire. Though not all the revelers have yet arrived, throngs of people wander through the colorful surroundings, all looking forward to the forthcoming displays of skill and prowess. There is no time to lose. I must begin preparing. I must be a victor at absolutely any cost. Alright. I think, yes, that is my tradition. This is only my second tournament. I haven't been nearly as much of a pasteluder as my father and grandfather were. Let us visit the artisan's quarters. Browsing the wares on display in the tailor's shop, I spy a carefully wrapped package among the piles of garments and sundries. The tailor happily opens it for me, carefully untying the leather bindings to reveal an exquisitely embroidered crest. The Grail crest. Oh, do me a favor, burn this, would you? Then I'll take these, but no word. Ooh. That would end up giving me plus 0.05 renown per month per 5 years. So what's that? 60 times 0.05? Or I can just compliment his work. Well, that would stress me, and it would cost 85. No, just very nice work. Ah, I'll barely have time to visit a second spot. Nice, so long as I make sure to pay attention to the timing. Etienne comes of age. I am proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. Despite being more interested in rumors about the people of the realm than in its taxes and censuses, Etienne has developed an aptitude for administration. Not content with understanding the flow of wealth and people, he seems capable of predicting it as if by instinct. He always finds new ways of profiting off of it, too. They grow up fast. Midas touched. Nice! That is excellent, Etienne. And you are... Ah! You're betrothed to the Princess of Alba. They grow up fast. I'll visit the tourney grounds. And right the day before things start, let's visit the tourney grounds. I greet a band of knights as they wander past me. One straggling behind the rest makes me pause. Spinning on my heel, I call after the figure. They are clad in shapeless, ill-fitting armor. Their eyes wide and clearly terrified beneath their helmets. Something isn't right here. Stepping forward, I rip off the helmet before they have a chance to react. Standing before me, looking around furtively to see if anyone else had noticed, is none other than a woman, dressed as a knight, no less, planning to compete as a knight, even. Let's see, I'll keep your secret. I could do with the services of someone like you. Oh. Ambitious, brave, stubborn, tough soldier, blade master, open terrain expert, prowess 24, 17 martial, guards, there is a woman in our tournament. My score increases slightly. I could do with the service of someone like you. I pay 20 gold to Leofwin. Leofwin joins the grand tournament, becomes my knight, gains 40 opinion of me. Yes, I could do with the service of someone like you. Wrestling contest begins. Arrayed around the sand, shirtless contestants warm up for their bouts as the herald announces the contest's commencement. Some of the competitors rub dirt onto themselves. Others opt for oils, all looking for a scant advantage in the coming bouts. The wrestling qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no questions as to their favorites. A newcomer called Maurice, famed in his locality, has arrived, seeking to make a name for himself. For my first bout, I have been paired against my fellow contestant, Earl Ethelwald of Surrey. I am ready. I vowed to myself I would win the contest in this tournament, and I can't help but consider it a less fair approach. This is no way to win. Wrestling sabotage. Before the wrestling contest has even begun, someone has been caught in the act of sabotage. Count Ethelric was tampering with Tag's wrappings, coating them with an irritating unguent to throw me off. Understandably, Duke Ayla has disqualified him from the contest, much to his intended victim's delight. Shameless. Puffing some dirt away from my eyes, I steady myself as the hoots and hollers of the crowd rain down around me. Ethelwald is a little way away, the pair of us having disengaged briefly to catch our respective breaths. The baying of the spectators quietens a bit as we begin to circle each other slowly. One wrong move could end this fight in an instant. Ethelwald's eyes narrow almost imperceptibly. As we circle, I notice a small puff of dust being thrown up under Ethelwald's right foot every time he takes a step. It's almost like Ethelwald is limping slightly. Let's see. I have you now. Let's see, 76% chance my score increases greatly. Alright. The crowd bays for blood as I stagger forward to confront my opponent again. I cuff away a red rivulet from my forehead and consider the fight so far, musing about when my opponent paused to play to the crowd. This bout is close, so close. One mistake by either of us could end it in an instant. Let's see, that liver looks vulnerable. Come, let's lock up as warriors. Faint low, go high. Keep it simple, keep it safe. Nope, that liver looks vulnerable. That is my best chance. A hand on their shoulder, a deft trip and an almighty heave. We crash to the floor. All sound is labored breathing, and farther away, the roar of the crowd. I scramble on top of my adversary, straining to press home my advantage. Moments later, I manage to catch Ethelwald off guard. I make my move, pinning him soundly, holding him tightly in place as he struggles in vain to escape. The judges call an end. I have won. The 58-year-old King of Aquitaine has defeated the 36-year-old Earl of Surrey. Victory. The wrestling quarterfinals are over. The heralds booms. King Pan of Aquitaine, Count Ethelric of Bremen, Ethelric and Maurice have reached the semifinals. Count Ethelric was disqualified for cheating. How is he still in this? My next bout will be against my fellow contestant Maurice. Oh, he was the favorite. I can do this. Maurice and I are on the ground, straining against each other. An arm holds me into a disadvantaged position, and suddenly Maurice is on top of me and working to secure a victory. The dusty ground shifts beneath our tensing bodies, my opponent's face brushing along it as he attempts to pin me to the ground. My free hand, grasping for any kind of leverage, unconsciously closes around the dirt, leaving me with a fistful of grime. His face is close to my hand, so close. Let's see, here, throw the dirt in his face. My score increases moderately. I gain 23 stress because I'm humble. Or this is not the way to fight. Prowess challenge against Maurice. 91% chance I increase greatly. And I'll lose stress because I'm humble. Yeah, this is not the way to fight. We fight fairly. The crowd bays for blood as I stagger forward to confront my opponent again. I cuff away a red rivulet from my forehead and consider the fight so far, musing about when I resorted to some dirty tricks to succeed. No, you decided not to. I am winning. I just need to hang on for victory. Yep. As always, that liver looks pretty vulnerable. It's crazy that I can see his liver, but yeah. I guess I have X-ray vision. A hand on their shoulder, a deft trip, and an almighty heave, we crash to the floor. All sound is labored breathing, and farther away, the roar of the crowd. I scramble on top of my adversary, straining to press home my advantage. Moments later, I manage to catch Maurice off guard. I make my move, pinning him soundly, holding him tightly in place as he struggles in vain to escape. The judges call an end. I have won. Victory! The wrestling semifinals are over. The herald booms. King Pan of Aquitaine and Earl Ethelwald of Surrey have reached the final. I've already beat Earl Ethelwald of Surrey in my first round. Is this a double elimination then? I have reached the final bout. Earl Ethelwald is all that stands between me and victory. He wasn't even listed as being in the quarterfinals. I mean, as being in the semifinals. Yep, I can do this. Alright. Tournament phase wrestling contest winner is our winner. I must put in more effort next time, I think to myself watching the victor's arm be raised. There's always a next time. Alright. Seemed to have a bit of a hiccup there. Interesting. Alright, we've got time before the archery contest, which we are currently guaranteed to qualify. Let me visit the artisan's quarters again. I find Leothweld cutting a piece of cloth. A couple of tables have been disposed to display his work. Stockings and head coverings, hoods and sleeves. Opposite, a hearth lightly burns. Are you looking for something to adorn your attire, my lord? I can see that you've also brought certain artifacts from the capital. If I may, I've always wanted to examine the Angers master's work. Let's see, actually give me more prestige. My staff of the renowned stag of Nuremberg could use some decoration. I don't know why I brought that with me. I would think I would leave my court artifacts at home in the court, but I could buy that sheep tapestry. It just gives fertility. Some banners will encourage the audience to cheer for me. Here, keep up the good work. I just gained a little prestige. No, actually my skull of the renowned stag of Nuremberg could use some decorations. And let me visit the temple. As Aedsiege moves aside to let me approach, I take a solemn moment alone in the church near the tournament grounds. Pondering in the presence of God, I find myself wondering what it is I wish in my heart of hearts to see come from these days of revelry. See, bring me glory, St. George, let me find inner peace. No, bring me glory, St. George. I'll go to the tourney grounds after that. Ah, I can unlock a new martial perk. Excellent. Let me exit the tournament screen for a moment. A hard rule, dread gain plus 20%, siege progress against revolts, faction military power threshold for vassals, nice, or man's home, controlled territory defender advantage plus 5. Let's go with a man's home. And now let me return to the activity. I think we'll go to the tournament grounds next. A loss of interest. My grandson, Count Humbert, has been harboring a secret affection for Jacques for some time. However, when he finally confessed his feelings, Jacques responded harshly. The rejection seems to have made Humbert wary of any kind of attraction whatsoever. Humbert, aren't you? Have we not arranged a betrothal for you? We'll keep chaste. Sure, you can be a chaste king of Lotharingia when the time comes. You are the one that is heir to Lotharingia, right? Yes. How are you heir to the Duchy of Flanders? You're not my child. Interesting. Yeah, one should not dabble in matters of lust at all. Ah! I missed it. Archery contest begins. The varied crowd of contestants mill about the butts, comparing bows and trading tales of their finest shots. The creak of bows and twang of strings carry far, punctuating the hubbub, a smell of resin wafting through the still air. My ears pick up as my name is mentioned, drifting across the gentle breeze. That could be a good sign or a bad one. It is time to show the world my skill. Actually, you know what? I have to place a bet. It'll stress me because I'm humble, but... Oh, wait, really? I'm that favored, but I'd only get in 44? No, let's bet on Elf Gear then. If we lose and he wins, I'll make a pile of money. But at this point, if I decide not to bet, it will stress me. So there we go. I step up to the line, pulling an arrow from the barrel, and carefully draw my bow, peering down the shaft at the distant target. At the very moment I commit, loosening my grip, a figure suddenly emerges from behind the butt. The shot flies true, straight towards them. A gasp rises from the spectators, and after what seems like an eternity, the form keels over, groaning feebly. The valet soon confirms the worst. The peasant is quite dead. No points for that arrow. Why does my score decrease moderately if someone stepped out in front of the arrow? The family will be cared for. That's a really high weregeld for just some peasant. But yes, the family will be cared for. And Duke Ayla will gain opinion of me. And my score decreases moderately. The crowd murmurs placidly as Condidon takes his mark. I fancy I catch a few words on the wind, and clearly so does Condidon. He turns somewhat petulantly and addresses the crowd. Silence! Have some damned respect for the competitors. He grumbles cantankerously. A few titters come in response. Clearly he needs peace and tranquility with which to shoot an arrow, but, I think, as he turns to brandish a fist towards the crowd once more, this might be taking it a bit too far. Best let him get on with it. Oh wait, no. Oh dear, I feel a ticklish throat coming on. Dusk begins to draw in slowly but steadily as the competition continues. The snapping of strings in a staccato rhythm. I lean on my bow, considering the path this contest has taken so far, such as when another competitor made a scene over the lack of quiet during their turn. The competition begins to draw to a close as arrows continue to fly into and past the butts. If I am to make any impact on proceeds from here, I must act now. I am one with my bow. Procuring a finer arrow would give me an edge. With this wind, this trajectory should suffice. My final shot should be as normal, I think. No. I am one with my bow. This is my best shot. I step forward, knock, aim, draw, and loose. The arrow whistles through the air, thudding deep into the target. The crowd erupts. There can be no arguments. It is a huge point in my favor. I am winning. Victory is so close. Only a few more arrows are remaining for each competitor. The end is at hand. One last knock. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over, and someone's moment in the sun is being readied. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, we have our final three. In third place, the gutsy Elfgeir, the person I voted on. Coming in close second, Earl Ethelstan. That, of course, leaves us with our victory, King Payan. I knew I could win. I have proven my worthiness beyond doubt. I won. I actually won. Nice. And I lost stress because I won something. And I have the triumph thing. Prize goblet. That's new. I haven't seen one of those before. Grand Tournament conclusion. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the massed crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. I had the finest aim in the archery. I fulfilled my goal of winning a contest. I look forward to the next one. What a great occasion. The tournament has at last drawn to a close. Archery winner, pay-in. I guess the wrestling was a wash somehow? Interesting. But I gained 150 prestige, 100 gold, merry aim for 5 years, which gives me injury resistance prowess plus 3, archery damage plus 3, has to loot or trade experience plus 10%. Nice. And I gained a prize goblet. This has got to be one of the worst rewards I've seen, but that's okay. It's different than a necklace or a brooch. Finish the grand tournament. Wait. Regent furthers mandate. Duke Paranadat paid 175 to you. My regency scales of power swing has changed by 5. This was an abuse of power and caused 10 strife with Prince Yude's second's peer vassals. Wait. But it says my chancellor paid money to me, not Yude's. Interesting. Let's visit the capital of Wales. Oh, stewardship experience. Nice. Ooh. Nice. Our veteran traveler, we've maxed out Wanderer, and we've got the first tier of seasoned already. So we get a diplomacy plus 3, stewardship 1, learning 2, prowess 1, health small boost, travel companion opinion plus 5, travel speed plus 15%, travel safety plus 5, opinion of veteran traveler characters plus 10. Nice. How's my hostility looking? I have foot 1, so I have prowess plus 1. Bow and horse are not far behind, though. To the modest pay-in, I have prowled through the documents, both ancient and of less certain provenance. I finally have enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the county of Maine. All that is missing is one little bribe. See it done. Good job. Now, if only I had royal prerogative and could press multiple claims at once. I believe that's royal prerogative, is it not? Oh, no, it's, which is it? Divine Right. And that's in High Medieval. Okay. Got it. Too bad we don't have that. Alright, still 6 more years on converting Ypern. Travel. What the duck? The day on the road has been fairly calm and nondescript so far. We are somewhere outside of Bolton, and I close my eyes as my mount brings me forward, one solid step at a time. As the wind plays a magnificent melody through the treetops, another noise is carried by the breeze, and not from our entourage. Is that quacking? I hesitate for a moment, recalling the last time I followed a duck into the wild. It did not end well. That's a good omen. Apparently Ireland has some of Britain here. Now we're marching through some of Denmark. Education at an end. My ward Breslakonen has come of age. It is time he left my care. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards warfare, such as Breslakonen, can come to truly understand it. He has shown great aptitude both in battle tactics and the management of armies. He will make a fine commander one day, I am sure. See, he gained skilled tactician and logistician. Nice, that's a good trait. Until we meet again, Breslakonen. Wait. Who? Ultimate Wiltshire? Alright, interesting. Oh, we visited the capital of Alba. Another 200 martial lifestyle experience. Excellent. A scheme at court. My spymaster has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting to kill me. We must stop the villain behind this. Absolutely. Travel, a winged thief. I am stern from my relaxing trip across the Great Blue Sea by a sudden shriek. I sprint into the stores below deck and am horrified to find a Tarak beside the shredded remains of our supplies, its feathers stretched thin against its foul, bloated belly. In my rage, I could have killed the repugnant winged menace right there, but am stopped by my knight Sigurbjorn. Hark! Stay your hand, you vile swain! Don't you know it's bad luck to kill a bird at sea? Oh, either of these is stressful. Oh no, this one is a possibility. Fine, I'll show mercy to this stupid bird. Oh, we visited the Danevirke. Nice. And Etienne has now married his betrothed. And we visited the other part of the Danevirke. And now we return towards home. Do I still have a truce with West Francia? Travel, strong bonds. While passing through the villages of Ravensburg, I spend some time talking to the locals. One thing that stands out is their intense loyalty to their liege. One villager talks with such passion that I would think they were describing a lover rather than the ruler. I will make my subjects equally loyal. I gain loyal attitudes for 5 years. I mean, I try to be good to my people. Travel, the language barrier. It seems that our caravan has become a little lost in the foreign lands. Joffrey has been trailing us around Warendorf for hours, and though he at last swallowed his pride and asked for directions, he does not appear to be an expert Saxon speaker. Let me try. Oh, no. We got lost. We were delayed by 7 days. That's okay, it's on the way home. Delays going home aren't a problem. Travel, Franconian women. I have seen the world and beheld its many wonders in my travels, but never have I beheld such beauties as the one I have seen in Essen. Truly, Franconian women are cut above all the rest. One particularly fascinating specimen has taken my eye as late, a peasant woman by the name of Brunhilde. A pretty little sunshine, she is far too pleasing to my eye to spend her days slaving away in Essen. No, alas, I cannot give my love so freely. Danger, tempting fruit. This again. Yes, Joffrey, you can eat it if you want to. He gained unknown plant bliss for 5 years. Good for him. You're an adult. If you want to eat the strange fruit, eat the strange fruit. Travel, a knight-errant. It is known that the people of Kossi seem to profess a special devotion towards their knights and their legends. My lord, the knight says, bowing his head, it is most fortunate that you and I came to meet at this crossroad, for I am in search of a marvelous fountain which water is said to cure all illness. If you were to help me in my quest, I shall pay homage to you. Richard is quick to interrupt. Wait, my lord, I know this knight. It's Savary. I shall never leave a knight unattended. Lead the way. A knight-errant, the quest. The knight leads us to a small clearing where a natural fountain glimmers. The light reflects on its surface with a blissful shimmer, and it makes the water look so bright that it feels like a second sun. Careful, a beast, a guardian. The knight points at a stag standing between us and the fountain. Let's see, don't fear, I shall fight it. I'll distract it, you get the water. No, you shall make a fine distraction. Ooh, 74% chance I killed a beast and I gained knight-errant training for 15 years. Which is plus 20% knight effectiveness. And Sabri will become the owner of healing water. Either way, he joins my cart. Okay, what is he like? He's not a particularly good knight, though. Now, you shall make a fine distraction. And I got a new healing water. Right? Which is good, because I gave my old one to the Pope. Yes. Traveling, thinkers. One thing I noticed as we passed through Ile-de-France is that every other French is practically laughing at my latest attempts at logical argument. See, I should learn more about how their culture works. No. Or what can I personally learn? I'll get philosophical musings for 5 years, which is +2 learning. Creation and Reformation. Faith, creation, and Reformation cost -10%. Interesting. Oh, and we're nearly home. And at last we're home. Thank God I can go inside again. How is my council doing? You're still taking forever with that. 16 years on incorporating that. Alright, everyone seems to be doing the jobs I've set them on. That's good. That was the other thing. No, we still have a truce with him. How long is that supposed to last? Abide truce. 21st of March, 969. A little less than a year. About 10 months. Greetings, my benevolent liege. I have arrived in Angers to pay homage to you, glorious king, as a show of my loyalty. I bring you rich gifts worthy of your majesty as a token of my gratitude, of my goodwill and servitude. Signed, Count Hugo of Bayeux. Show Count Hugo in at once. Homage taking the knee. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Count Hugo, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference as attendants bring forth his gifts of coin and precious objects. The oath is taken, and scribes record his pledges to serve the kingdom of Aquitaine. At last I bid the Count arise, confirming my satisfaction and Hugo's rights to the lands he rules in my stead. I accept your generous gifts, Count Hugo. Nice. Our dynasty is almost well known. I think now I will go ahead and create your head of faith, Pope Honorius II, would grant a claim to the Duchy of Holland. But Holland is in Frisia. And I'm pretty sure I'm still allied with Frisia, are I not? King Jacob II the Bald. Yes, we're allies. I don't want to claim on the lands of my ally. And I'd much rather consolidate this land here than keep creeping along the coast. No, that's what I was about to do. I'm going to create the, what's it called? The Duchy of Neustria. And I will give it out. Okay, Rouen would be the natural capital. The Count Drency only has Rouen. Count Hugo has Auxerre, which is not even in the duchy. And Bayeux. Henri is my rival, and so yeah, he gets nothing. Wait. The Lord Mayor is... The Lord Mayor of Alençon is a monk? How did that happen? Lobdeberg, where's that? Out there. Condilan, how are you a vassal to Averge when the majority of your lands are in Neustria? You only have one piece of land in the Duchy of Thuringia that he holds. Well, that makes this easy then. My cousin, Condilan. You will be my Duke of Neustria. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. Wait, Count Hugo of Bayeux holds also Auxerre, which is part of Burgundy, which no one holds at the moment. Yes, Count Hugo will go over there. A story about the fire roars, drinks have been had, and Joffrey is calling out to me for a story. My first thought is of a famous Greater Francian folktale, a classic that never fails to delight. On the other hand, what if I told the story of my own life? Perhaps of the time I came to King Ludwig V's defense against Count Hato's War of Liberation. Let's keep it traditional. Ah, a new lifestyle perk. Let's see. Let's go with enduring hardships. When exactly does my truce with West Francia expire again? The 21st of March. A scheme at court. My spymaster has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting to kill my courtier, Eliodora. We must stop the villain behind this. To the day, we will be declaring war on King Charles IV again. Let's see, Sincere. I have a claim on the Ile-de-France. That's nice. But no, we're going for Sable. And let me raise the armies. And we'll have to see how this little war will turn out next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been Crusader Kings 3 Angevin Dreams, and I am some guy you've never heard of. Unless, of course, you have.